The draft resolution has been adopted.
The United Nations Security Council backed a plan on Monday for a ceasefire between Israel and Hamas in the Gaza Strip. It's the plan U.S. President Joe Biden outlined on May 31st, aimed at ending the 8-month-long war. Monday's resolution welcomes that proposal, says Israel has accepted the deal, and calls on Hamas to agree to it.
Will those in favor of the draft resolution please raise their hand?
14 Security Council members voted in favor.
Abstentions?
Russia abstained. Its ambassador asked what Israel had specifically agreed to. Hamas welcomed the adoption of the U.S.-drafted resolution. In a statement, the militant group said it's ready to cooperate with mediators over implementing the plan's principles.
It's time for this war to end.
The resolution supports a 3-phase ceasefire plan laid out by Biden, which he described as an Israeli initiative. Negotiators from the U.S., Egypt, and Qatar have been trying to hash out a ceasefire for months. Hamas says it wants a permanent end to the war in Gaza, an Israeli withdrawal from the enclave of 2.3 million people. Israel is retaliating against Hamas, which rules Gaza, over the October 7th attack by its militants. More than 1,200 people were killed and over 250 taken hostage, according to Israeli tallies. More than 37,000 Palestinians have been killed in the Israeli assault, according to Gaza health authorities.
I give the floor to the representative of the United States of America.
We're waiting on Hamas to agree to the ceasefire deal it claims to want. But we cannot afford to wait and wait and wait. With every passing day, needless suffering continues. Thank you, Mr. President. We can help bring about peace by adopting the resolution before us, which calls on Hamas to take the ceasefire deal and urges both parties to fully implement the deal's terms without delay and without conditions. This deal would bring hostages home. Ensure. The proposal says that if negotiations take longer than 6 weeks in phase 1, the ceasefire will continue as long as negotiations continue. And the United States, Egypt, and Qatar would work to ensure negotiations keep going in good faith until all the agreements are reached for Israel's security. Enable a surge of humanitarian relief. Israel accepted this deal because it ensures its security. As President Biden made clear, Hamas is no longer capable of carrying out another October 7th, and the United States' commitment to Israel's self-defense is ironclad.
I shall put the draft resolution to the vote now. Will those in favor of the draft resolution contained in document S/2024/448 please raise their hand? Those against? Abstentions? The results of the voting is as follows. 14 votes in favor, 0 votes against, 1 abstention. The draft resolution has been adopted as Resolution 2735.
Today, this Council sent a clear message to Hamas. Accept the ceasefire deal on the table. Israel has already agreed to this deal, and the fighting could stop today if Hamas would do the same. I repeat, the fighting could stop today. This Council and countries across the region and the world have endorsed this agreement. Hamas can now see that the international community is united behind a deal that will save lives and help Palestinian civilians in Gaza start to rebuild and heal. United behind a deal that will reunite hostages with their families after 8 months in captivity.
I thank the representative of the.
Today, we voted for peace.
We voted in favor of the draft resolution submitted by the United States because we believe it can represent a step toward an immediate and lasting ceasefire. Mr. President, it offers a glimmer of hope to the Palestinians. It's time to halt the killing.
I now give the floor to the representative of Russian Federation.
К Хамас обращен призыв принять так называемую сделку. Но по-прежнему нет полной ясности относительно наличия официального согласия Израиля, как это прописано в резолюции, на предложенную президентом Байденом сделку на фоне многочисленных заявлений со стороны Израиля на тему продолжения войны до полной победы над Хамас. На что конкретно согласился Израиль? Может быть, мы услышим ответ на этот вопрос сегодня от израильского представителя. Убеждены, что Совету Безопасности не пристало подписываться под договоренностями, параметры которых туманны, и без гарантий не только их реализации на земле, но и хоть сколько-нибудь ясного понимания, как к ним относятся сами стороны. По сути, Совет дает некий карт-бланш и подписывается под планом, детали которого ему неизвестны. Американскими коллегами проекту резолюции Совета Безопасности в поддержку. Мы не стали блокировать резолюцию лишь потому, что ее, насколько мы понимаем, поддерживает арабский мир. При этом все обозначенные нами вопросы остаются и требуют ответа.
Israel is committed to these goals, to free all the hostages, to destroy Hamas's military and governing capabilities, and to ensure that Gaza does not pose a threat to Israel in the future. And as we have echoed numerous times in this very chamber, once these goals are met, the war will end. If Hamas were to release the hostages and turn themselves in, not one more shot needs to be fired. Yet sadly, for the past 8 months, Hamas has refused. 120 hostages are still being held by Hamas in appalling conditions. To this day, Hamas continues firing rockets at Israeli towns and cities and advancing their goal of murdering every Israeli. Members of the Council, it is Hamas that is preventing this war from ending. Hamas and Hamas alone.
Marhaba. Hello. Our position has been always to have an immediate ceasefire to stop the killing of our people. So this resolution is a step in that direction.
And in the resolution, it includes that Israel accepted it. So
the proof is in the details, and we want to see that, that this resolution to be implemented beginning with the ceasefire, and that this ceasefire to be permanent. We do not want to see the continuation of the fighting. I don't know what he said to you, just I came immediately to this podium. The Palestinian side is saying that they welcome the resolution and they are ready and willing to engage in a process with the mediators in order, to see the implementation of this resolution, starting with immediate ceasefire to be put in place. So we will see what the other side, who is not articulating themselves with such clarity yet, we will see how they behave, and based on that, you will make your judgment, and based on that, the Security Council should make sure that its resolution has to be implemented. Thank you very much.